Chuck Rowe from Midwest Studies Group. Thanks for joining us yet for another edition to our video series. This week's topic is the cycle of stewardship, and joining us today is Midwest Studies Group team member Kelley Tetzlaff. So for over 30 years, Kelley has been part of the plan, giving, and major gifts world, including both times on regional and national staffs of organizations like Boys and Girls Club of America, American Red Cross, Arthritis Foundation. Thanks for joining us, Kelley.
Glad to be here, Chuck. Thanks.
So let's start out with just a very basic question. Can you walk us through the cycle of stewardship with a donor?
Well, the cycle of stewardship, a cliche that's often been used is it's similar to the dating process. The dating process, you see it for a guy, you see a girl that you're interested in getting to know better, you get over your nerves, you make some form of contact with them and is, hi, how are you? My name is, and it's the establishing the relationship. And then the process, of course, is assuming that first conversation goes well and you find a match or a comparable or things you have in common, then you get to know them a little bit better. What do they like? What do they do? Where they came from? What's their background? We'll find things that you connect with and you grow that relationship. The parallel from a fundraising perspective, same principle. Somebody raises their hand and comes to an event or responds to a mailing letter or some connection that you make, you meet them at a Chamber of Commerce meeting. It's the same, let's get to know you sort of process. And you find out what they're interested in, why they're interested in your organization, how they found out about you, what's their connection, what's their history with you if you haven't met them before and they have a connection. And you build that relationship over time. And the donor or the individuals will let you know, okay, we want to take that relationship. It either stays at this level or you move it to the next level. And it's all about finding out what they're, from a fundraising perspective, it's finding out what their interests are, what their focus is, or multiple focuses, and where do they want to take the relationship and have a deeper connection with you as the fundraiser and certainly your organization.
Well, I love you make such a big point about building that relationship, because I think one of the things that new fundraisers fall into is a trap of thinking, well, so-and-so has money or so-and-so business has money. Let's just start asking them to make a gift. And it doesn't necessarily work that way, to your point.
Well, we do that not only with new fundraisers and entry-level fundraising, we do that with major gifts and planned gift programs. In the coaching and the consulting that I've done for a long time, longer than I care to admit my age, we often, and I will put some of this on supervisory positions and boards, that we set up these goals and we say, we want X dollars. So let's make a list of all the rich people in the community and let's just go ask them for money. And that's sort of like going up to a young lady that you want to meet on your first time you're talking to her and say, hey, I want to kiss you. Well, a lot of these people, if they don't have a connection or a relationship, it's no wonder we're not as successful, in that fundraising process is sometimes relatively painful, because we're trying to skip the whole dating process and get right to the serious stuff. So we do that in the beginning, and we do that when we have a capital campaign often, and we do that with all across the spectrum of fundraising.
Well, you talk a little bit about how to talk to a donor for maybe the first time, but part of the cycle also includes that once person makes a gift, how do you continue to follow up with those people? What are some simple ways that people could keep in contact with their donors?
Well, one is to put a plan together. Too often, these things are knee-jerk, or we think about it too late, or we don't do it at all, candidly. And so the first thing I would say is have a plan. Take a look at what is your stewardship plan for the next year. I would also suggest that each level of fundraising, whether it's annual giving or your event attenders or your golf tournament attenders or your major gifts, mid-level, you have a different stewardship plan for the different commitment levels of giving. But the first thing is actually have a plan. In January, we'll do this. In March, we'll do this. Second, third quarter, we'll do that. So get organized. Often that's where it fails. Secondly, some simple things is realize, almost everybody does year-end giving, but another idea is send a birthday card. Not many people get birthday cards, believe it or not. And that's not a Facebook. You can do Facebook first birthday greetings, but send a physical card. Or another idea would be to send a holiday card, an off holiday, like send an Easter card, send a July 4th card, send something on Memorial Day, or find funny little things. If you look at a calendar, I have one up on my shelf that you can find almost every day of the year is something: chocolate day, donut day, whatever. Send fun little things to your donors. An idea that I just saw come across the screen the other day in one of my emails that I get is just call your donors up and say, hey, I just wanted to say thank you. One, after the donors pick themselves up from the floor, that you didn't call just to ask them for money, they will appreciate just a call to say thank you. How you doing? How you making it through the season? What's up?
And the nice thing about doing something like that is when it comes to board members, not every board member loves to make asks. So that's actually a job that any board member is usually pretty happy to do, is just to call and say thank you to somebody. So that's a great way to involve other people as well.
Yes, absolutely. And it's a great thing to do in both the Christmas season or the holiday season, as well as other times of the year, or even having a board members follow up after an event. Somebody comes out to your golf event, call the leaders of whoever put the foursomes together and just say thanks. How'd it go? What do you think? Just having, fundraising isn't just about ask. And Chuck, this, the number one response or complaint that donors give on why they don't give a second time, or they don't stay past the one test gift, is they only call me when they want money. Call them for something, just to say thanks, or to find out, especially as you move up the gift pyramid, if you will, your more committed mid-level major gift donors, long-term significant donors. Call them to get to know them, find out about their family, find out about what they care about, find out what they like about your organization. This is about relationships and conversations, not just asking for money. The conversation will lead to a potential gift, but it's not because you forced them into giving a gift. It's because they care about your mission, your focus, and your passion.
At MSG, we offer fundraising services, coaching services that you help out with, where clients can learn more about how to set up major gift asks, planned giving, donor stewardship, etc. Why do you think organizations take so long to take advantages of our offerings, but other people's as well?
It's hard. Give another old cliche, it takes a long time to turn a big ship. And really, candidly, the fundraising profession, the fundraising world, has been doing the same thing for so long, and they're so focused on getting the buck that we often to look at things from a different way and get out of the box. It's hard to do. And secondly, I think that a piece of it is changing the mindset of fundraisers from, I got to get the ask, I'm here to ask for money. It's really funny, Chuck, I know you've experienced this. Even fundraisers hate to ask for the money, hate to make the ask in many, many cases. And it's really about changing that philosophy, that culture from, we got to go hit them up. And we use phrases like that. We got to go hit them up. I hear it, I've heard it multiple times in board meetings. We got to go squeeze more money out of them. Let's get it out of them. Well, that's, one, I don't like that. I don't want that happening to me. I don't like to do it to the other people. But there's such a deep set mindset that fundraising is about a negative thing or a negative action. And really, really, we don't want to do that. And so people are afraid or cautious to even have the conversation because we have to change the mindset first to begin building relationships.
Well, we let all of our clients know that Kelley's always available for coaching and mentoring throughout the year with your fundraising experiences. And if you want to get a chance to just meet Kelley just for a quick 10 minutes, he would love to do a meet and greet. You can do that over Zoom, and that's something that we could arrange at Midwest Studies Group. So if that interests you, make sure that you contact us you go to our website at midweststudiesgroup.com, or you can email us at info@midweststudiesgroup.com. Before we let you go, Kelley, any last piece of advice?
Well, I would just add, hopefully somewhat with humor in that conversation. I would love to talk to you, and it would be about building relationships, not about asking for the money. And so that would be the process of that conversation, Chuck. I think too often, to your previous question, too often people are hesitant to call groups like us or consulting groups because they're afraid they're going to get the stiff arm, the hard sell. I love talking to people. I love meeting people and building relationships. So please feel free to give us a call, and we'd love to chat and just get to know you.
Great, great. Thanks so much. And everyone else, thanks for watching. Chuck Rowe and Kelley Tetzlaff from Midwest Studies Group. Catch you next time.
Mahalo.